Hi everyone, Jennifer here. I have my little assistant with me and my even littler assistant here. Today's video is sponsored by Home Chef. I'm going to be trying out their meal kit this week. I'm really excited because I have always wanted to try a meal kit, and so I'm looking forward to seeing how everything works. I have so many questions, like how does the food arrive? I just got the box right now, and you know how it all works. So I'm going to be trying out 4 different meals this week, and I'm really excited. My husband is actually in England right now, which is too bad because I would have loved to do this with him, but he's attending to some family matters there. But I have my children here with me, and I actually have my daughter helping me right now with the baby, so we're gonna look through the box right now, and I'm excited to see what came. Okay, so we're here. Here's my oldest daughter, and she's helping me watch the baby while we film this video. Okay, so say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so this is what the box looks like. It comes in this big box here, and these are the meals that I ordered this week. I chose the brown sugar salmon with ranch mashed potatoes and green beans, the sirloin steak with porcini mushroom cream sauce. Ben would have really liked that one. It's too bad he's not here. Bless you, sweetheart. The sweet and sour pork meatballs, and the one sheet pretzel crusted chicken with roasted broccoli and honey mustard. So basically you get this card in here with the recipe on back, and it looks like detailed instructions. So apparently every meal can be made in 30 to 40 minutes. So let's see what comes in the box. Here are the recipes. Oh, that's nice. So it has like a nice little introduction here, which is really nice. Okay, you want to look at the recipes, honey? Yeah. She's gonna look at the recipes. Okay, so in the box itself, I guess this is
the one sheet pretzel crusted chicken.
Oh, you do? In the box itself, it looks like everything, I was wondering about that, is kept cold with this insulation here. So, looks like this is one meal. Oh yeah, this must be the sweet and sour pork meatballs. I bet the kids are gonna like this one. This is the sirloin steak with porcini mushroom cream sauce. And look, this comes with whole vegetables and even light cream. That's kind of cool. This must be the brown sugar glazed salmon. That's what we're gonna have tonight, sweetheart. Like salmon. And this one is the one sheet pretzel crusted chicken. Look down here. And then, I don't know if you can see this, but down here there's an ice pack. It says reuse or recycle, and then here's all the meat. So I guess those are just the things that went with the meat. This is so cool. So here we have the salmon fillet, and the beef sirloin steak, the ground pork, and the chicken to make all of our meals. So right off the bat, I can already tell this is neat because it doesn't have waste, right? I feel like you know, we're gonna use absolutely everything in this box. So we're gonna go ahead and get started and cook the salmon tonight. Would you like the salmon? Does that sound good to you?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll see. Okay, so we're going to make the brown sugar salmon with ranch mashed potatoes and green beans. And I have everything that they gave me right here. And I'm just going to follow the directions exactly as they say. And I'm probably going to switch to voiceover because it's gonna get really loud in my house. Okay, so I'm just trimming the green beans here. And now I'm just going to peel and chop the potatoes. These will be mashed, so I will put them on the stove. And now I'm just getting the brown sugar and the mustard and mixing it together. This is the glaze for the salmon. So I take the salt and pepper on the salmon, and then I'm just going to put it face down, so the skin side up, just to sear it in a hot pan. And then I place the salmon seared side up on a prepared baking sheet that has been sprayed with cooking spray, and I just bake this at 400 degrees for 10 minutes. But before I do that, I'm putting the brown sugar glaze on top. Now in the same pan that I cooked the salmon, I'm just putting the green beans with some water and some salt and pepper. I just cooked this, and now I'm mashing the potatoes. So I'm just adding the sour cream and the ranch. I added butter and some half and half just because I like my mashed potatoes really creamy. These were so good. And I just mashed them up with a potato masher. I like that they just give you just the exact ingredients that you need and that there's no food waste. I love that because I do waste a lot of food and that has always bothered me. So I'm just plating it here and it looks very delicious and elegant. And because Ben was out of town, I just used the other one to give to the children, and they don't eat that much, so this was actually perfect for them, although they did end up wanting more, so I gave them some of my dish, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, that was fun. So I'm actually just gonna try it right now like they do in cooking shows because I can't wait. And then I will sit down like a civilized person with my children and eat it. But I just wanna try it for you and let you know what I think. The green beans are really good. They're nice and crunchy. Let me try the salmon. That's good. That's really good. I already know the mashed potatoes are going to be good. This is just a really delicious dish. It's very simple, nothing too complicated, but I like it. So let's see what the kids think. And the kids loved it. I knew they would. I've actually made a dish very similar to this before, and they love salmon, so they ate all of their fish, and I ended up having to give them some of mine as well. So they really did like it. There were a lot of green beans in this dish, so we didn't eat all of those, but it was good. So now we're going to do the pretzel crusted chicken. This is the one that my daughter was really excited about, so I had her help me with this one. But these are all the ingredients that came with it. And so I just chop the garlic. Basically, you just follow the instructions on the card. And I like that because I feel like, you know, for chefs or home chefs, I guess, who are not that confident, this just really gives you a confidence. I mean, it's foolproof. You just do what it tells you to. But for people like me who are more seasoned, I guess you could say, it's just really easy and fun. This is a very relaxing way to cook because everything's just already there for you. You know, when you watch those cooking shows and they just have everything already prepped, well, that's what this is like. So as I've been talking away, my daughter here is mixing together the pretzel with the olive oil, and we're just going to put that on the chicken. But first, I mixed some cornstarch with water while I was talking before, and my daughter's just putting that onto the chicken, and that's going to help the pretzel crust adhere to it. So I put it on, and then we pat it with our hands. And of course, wash our hands afterwards. The broccoli was tossed with the Parmesan and the garlic. And now I'm just making a honey mustard sauce. So the chicken and the broccoli is just going to bake in the oven I think I did it for about 25 minutes at about 400 degrees. And so that's what it is. It's just so good, the roasted broccoli. And I put Parmesan cheese on it and then the little drizzle of sauce. This was so good. My kids loved this. Every last bit was devoured. So yes. And here I am. I'm going to try it for you. The sound is still off because the house is very noisy. So this is just on voiceover, but I tried it for the first time. And it's just really good. Very moist chicken, delicious. I like that the fillet was kind of thin. And then I love roasted broccoli, so I knew I would like this. Okay, it's time to make the sweet and sour pork meatballs. And this is what came in the kit. So I just put the basmati rice, or I think it was jasmine rice actually, on to boil. And I'm chopping up the lime, squeezing the lime in, and I just set it aside. Now I'm just taking the pineapple. This is just all the prep stuff. So while the rice is cooking, I'm just prepping everything right now. chopping the onions. You're just going to use the white part for the meatballs and the green part for the salad. Again, I just love that there's no food waste. I really love that you use everything that you're given. So in this bowl, I'm just taking the ground pork with panko breadcrumbs and the white part of the onion, some salt, and I'm just mixing it up. I always wear gloves when I do something like this just because I don't want to touch raw meat with my bare hands. So you form it into meatballs, and then you're going to put this on the stove to kind of sear them. And so I just have it in my cast iron skillet, and while that's cooking, I prepare the slaw with the onions, some mayonnaise, the lime juice. This is going really fast, apologies. I put some chili peppers in there. Then you're going to take your seared meatballs and put them in the oven to cook until they're fully cooked. And while I do that, I'm just making the teriyaki glaze. There's the pineapple. You let that cook for 2 to 4 minutes. Then you put the teriyaki sauce that they gave you in there. And then once the meatballs are out of the oven, you just toss it in the sauce to fully coat them. And that's it. So I plate it now with the rice that I cooked. And there's the meatballs. This dish was really good. Here's the slaw. It was so, it just felt like tropical or something, like I was on vacation. It was delicious, and the lime juice made it really fresh. Very, very good. Now I have to say that I eat really small portions, and I've been plating really small portions here, but there is a lot more food that came in the kits. Okay, and now for the sirloin steak with porcini mushroom cream sauce. This sounds so elegant. So those are the ingredients, and I just soak the porcini mushrooms in water that was boiling, and I set those aside for 10 minutes. And now I'm just going to prep the veggies that came with it. I love that the whole vegetables come with it, and I feel like the ingredients are very simple and just wholesome, so that's good. I think that this would make an excellent thing if you are having a dinner party and you want to make a home-cooked meal, but you feel intimidated and you're worried it's going to turn out wrong. I feel like these recipes are really foolproof. So the dishes come to about $9.95 per person, $9.95, and I think that that's actually a pretty good price. They gave me a discount code. Use code JenniferS30 for $30 off your first order. So that was really nice of them. And now I'm just going to be cooking the chopped vegetables here on the stovetop, and then I finish them off roasting them in the oven. And now I'm just putting the steak on, salt and pepper, and then I ended up doing that for 7 minutes on each side. And now I'm just putting the porcini mushrooms with the cooking wine and the cream. I'm just making this sauce. Was so delicious. I love that these meals are gourmet. I love that. I think it's nice because sometimes, you know, as parents, we can get into the trap of having kid food all the time. There's something very elegant about these meals, and it was very relaxing to cook them, I have to say, because it was just really nice having everything there. I didn't have to go to the store. It was delivered to me. So they have 18 weekly menu options to choose from, and they also have some lunch options as well for only $7.99 a serving, which is really neat. And the Kroger family of companies is picking them up too, so you might see Home Chef in a grocery store near you, which is really cool. The steak was delicious. I really enjoyed it. Thank you so much to Home Chef for sponsoring this video today. If you've tried Home Chef, let us know in the comment section below. Thanks so much for joining me today on the Daily Connoisseur, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!